What's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. Happy Friday. Today we are coming at you with another cooking video. So I wanted to make this video today to share with you guys a meal I like to make and meal prep for my week to have for lunches. And it involves canned chicken breasts. So you can't hate on it until you try it. Let's get started making it. Alright, so the meal I'm talking about today, I like to call them chicken cakes, and they are super easy to make. They involve canned chicken breasts, like I said. You're going to need some oats and eggs. That's all you'll need. Alright, so to start this meal, what you're going to have to do is first start by blending the oats. So I usually get these oats. They obviously come in their oat form, and you're going to want to blend them down so that they are like an oat powder. And so I already did that today, but what I typically like to do, since I usually just use these oats for my chicken cake meal, is I just blend the whole container of it, so that way I don't have to go back and do it again later. So let me show you what that looks like here. So this is the consistency that you're going to want your oat flour to be. It's going to look like this to give you an idea of it. Alright, so now that we have our oat flour all ground up, let's talk a little bit about how much of each ingredient we're going to need. So we're going to go based off of that you can make 2 chicken cakes per can. So for each chicken cake, you will need a half can of chicken, 1 egg, and a 1/3 cup of oat flour. Alright, so we're going to use 2 cans of chicken breasts today, so we're going to make 4 total chicken cakes. So let's get everything all mixed together and I'll show you what that looks like. I forgot to also mention earlier that every time before I add the chicken breast, before I add the chicken breast, I always cut the top off and drain the juice that comes inside the can. So this is what the chicken looks like. So we're going to get it added here and then all mixed up. Alright, so while we are still mixing up all of our chicken cake material, we are going to start the skillet so we can cook them. Usually I use a George Foreman grill to make the chicken cakes. They're a whole lot easier, but I don't have one at home right now. So we are going to put a little bit of olive oil in a pan and put it on medium in order to cook these. So let's get this heated up right now. We got everything all mixed up. It does not look super appetizing, but like I said, you can't hate on it unless you try it. So this is the consistency that you're going to want, and now you have to actually use your hands in order to make 4 equally sized chicken cakes, or smaller ones if you prefer. Alright, so here we go. We're going to make our chicken cakes. So I'm getting it in my hands. And I typically do this in order to make them like you're making like hamburger patties. Okay, and then you can make them in a shape like this. You see here? You can make them like this and then put them in your pan. And it's good to start the oil a little bit earlier, because whenever you set your chicken cake in the oil, you want to see it sizzle a little bit. That'll help it to cook. It'll help it to cook a little bit better. Alright, so the pan I have right now is only going to fit 2 of our chicken cakes, so we have both of them here. Here's our second one. Okay. And you want them a little bit more watery than, you don't want them dry, so you'd rather have them a little bit more watery than dry. Alright, let's let them cook for a little bit. So as far as cook time goes, we are first going to start out with cooking the current side for 4 to 5 minutes, or until it's about golden brown. So let's check and see how these ones are looking. So I decided to break up the rest of the chicken cakes into 3 smaller chicken cakes instead, because sometimes the smaller ones are easier to cook through, but we have these first 2 big chicken cakes here to give you an idea of what they look like. But we're going to go ahead and flip these chicken cakes and see the other side. Alright, so here we go. We're going to try to do this one-handed. Go in here. Go for the smaller one. Flip it there. Alright, so do you see that golden brown color? That's perfect. That's exactly what you want. But you also want to squish down the chicken cake as much as you can. That way you can make sure it'll cook all the way through. So squish it down like that if you're choosing to cook it in a pan with oil. We're going to do that with the other two as well. Guys, so we are flipping and cooking the other chicken cakes here, but I just want to talk a little bit about what I usually like to eat the chicken cakes with. Sorry you couldn't see me there. I typically, like I said, I use these for my meal prep throughout the week. I always meal prep on Sunday, and I'll eat these for my lunch throughout the week. So I usually will just eat them plain, but I have a lot of times put them back in the microwave to reheat them, and I'll either break them apart and put them on a salad, or I'll use like barbecue sauce to eat them with. They're basically like burgers, only they're like chicken burgers. So I really like them. You know, they might sound a little bit strange since they are with canned chicken, but they're super easy meal that you can meal prep with and have a meal for the rest of the week, and it's pretty healthy and it tastes really good and fills you up. So while these little ones are done cooking, I just split one of the bigger ones apart, and I wanted to show you what the inside looks like. So here we go. The outside is a little bit crispier than the inside, but that is what your inside is going to look like of your chicken cake. And this one is a little bit thicker, so depending on how cooked or crispy you want them, the thinner you make them, they'll cook a lot better. But I like to make mine a little bit thicker, and that's what they're going to end up looking like. Our little ones are all done. We're going to take them off of the skillet here now. Look, here they are. You see how the outsides are a little bit more, they are golden brown, which is exactly what we want. That's how you know if they are done. You can also split them apart and see how done they are in the center if you're wanting them to be a little bit more crispy in the center as well. But so we got all our three out, and let's see how they turned out. And here they are, our chicken cakes. This is how they turned out. See, not too bad. You guys might have had a little bit of doubts at the beginning, but not too bad, right? We just got a little bit of chicken burgers here. So we will split them apart so you guys can see them. This is one of the smaller ones that we ended up making, and here's what the inside looks like. So overall, I think they look pretty good. Alrighty guys, so there you go. Here are our chicken cakes like I showed you before. So there you go guys, a super easy meal that you can have for your lunches throughout the week. They're super easy to meal prep like you saw in this video. I will link the recipe and description of the recipe in the description space below, but go ahead and give them a try. Let me know, comment below if you try them or if you're thinking about trying them, and give this video a thumbs up if you think you would like these. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys later.